My name is Ruth Nyakinyua Ngotho. I am a Kenyan. I live and work in the Middle East, in Saudi Arabia, in the city of Jeddah. Now, I was diagnosed with endometriosis in the year 2019, and it took a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of work to get there. I suffered with a lot of pain before I met a doctor who suggested that I had endometriosis. And it is during a lot of visits to the doctor that I did a test, and the test proved that I had actually ovarian cysts. Now, with this kind of diagnosis and with somebody who does not know what that means, it just meant that it was something that was causing me a lot of pain. It took a lot of time to try out something. And what the doctor gave me as medication at that time was, which also failed, and which also led to surgery. Unfortunately, this surgery was the beginning of so many other, I can call them complications, because it caused a lot of pain few months later. And immediately after that, it is when I realized that I have a problem that has not been solved yet. Now, with this kind of pain, I've seen a lot of doctors. In fact, with the count, I think I've gone over a number of 15 gynecologists in different countries, in my own country, in the country that I work. And it had been a journey that was almost beyond frustration, because a patient wants to go to the doctor to come back with either a reason why they have pain, or medicine to deal with the pain, or just some hope, which unfortunately for me was not coming that way. It seemed like seeing the doctor meant seeing the next doctor, and seeing the next doctor because it was not clear why I was having this kind of pain. My diagnosis with the surgery was a bit of a guide, but at the same time a frustration, because I know why I have pain at that point, but I really do not have somebody who is ready to take me through the information that is right. At that point is when I came across a group, and it's a Facebook group. This group has a lot of information, and that is where I came across the name of the doctor, Dr. Vimee Bindra. And it is through that I started yet another journey. It might sound like it is very little time that has passed, but it's been a period of about 3 years between the diagnosis and coming across the name of the doctor. And that is where the consultation with Dr. Vimee began. A few consultations, of course, Zoom consultations, online consultations with the doctor. And it is then that it was very clear to me that I needed to travel to meet the doctor. And I cannot tell you how swift or how helpful or how handy every information that I got from Dr. Vimee came, because within a very short time, upon agreeing and deciding that I need to come see the doctor, that every document was provided, and that is how I was able to travel with my family to India to come and meet the doctor. I must mention that the experience at the Apollo Hospital has been an outstanding experience for me. And I speak like that having visited so many hospitals in my own country and in the country where I work. It's not to be taken for granted that when you really need to travel and you're thinking of yourself as a patient as you travel, and you have people on the other side telling you that you don't need to worry and arranges everything for you, it was something so important for me. I cannot thank Dr. Vimee and her team enough. Very swift communication, very fast and very timely information whenever I needed the information. Now, I have a special message for Dr. Vimee and her team. I'm very grateful. I live knowing that, first of all, you gave me the hope that I did not get anywhere else. And most importantly, I've got my life back, because I can comfortably go back to work knowing that I am pain-free, and that my problem has been diagnosed and has been dealt with in the correct manner. Now, allow me to also say that there is a lot of misinformation out there. There are so many doctors who will not even come close to giving you the right information, maybe because they still hold on to what they think is true according to endometriosis or according to their studies. But having come all this way and read so much and interacted with so much content that clearly is online, and one very reliable place where I must mention I've come across this accurate information is Dr. Vimee's Instagram account. It is up to somebody like me, a patient or somebody who has been diagnosed with endometriosis, or just anybody who is looking for accurate information, to just go out there and read, educate. And so with that information, hopefully you are able to advocate for yourself. And hopefully you can meet a doctor who will be able to help you and to walk with you and journey with you, just like I had with Dr. Vimee and her team. Now, at Apollo Hospital, when I got here and I needed, to start my process, the international desk, I must confess, is a very, very effective desk that has been of so much help from day one. Very fast and very helpful in making sure that as a patient who has come all the way for treatment here, that I've got very quick service, and I've got answers and I've got information as fast as possible, with all the people being very kind and being very cooperative, and at the same time being very timely. Really, really very little time. I really appreciate. I really, really say thank you, and it is such a big gesture that I will carry with me and with the whole of my family, that you have been very kind. And this was only possible through the international desk at the Apollo Hospital. We are really grateful. Because of you, I was able to travel with my children and with my husband, and with that we have had a very good experience in this beautiful city. Thank you.